Ah, the joy of writing. There is perhaps no hobby, or in the case of a few lucky individuals, occupation, which is both more rewarding and more frustrating. The simple three-step process which we will be examining today is intended for writers of all stripes and skill levels. So from the beginner to the self-proclaimed master of letters, please feel free to watch this guide and follow along at your own pace. Overnight, we will turn you into a writer. The first step in this three-step process is that you stop telling others about your work. Simply put, until you have put your words to the page, you do not tell anyone about your concepts. A creative person operating in any field will tell you that this can be one of the most frustrating things to restrain yourself from doing. Of course, you want to tell everyone about your genius, but the true first step is to stop yourself, and until you have something to show, do not talk. The second step in our process is both the most integral and the most often overlooked. Step 2, write. No matter what quality your writing might be, it's been said that 95% of writers don't get published. But what you might not know is that 95% of writers on top of that don't even write. It is simply important that you write. The third and final step in our process is that you share your work with others, revise it, and eventually have it published. Additionally, you may receive some praise. The most common mistake that we at our Writers' Workshop see is that people will jump from step 1 to step 3, completely skipping step 2. While this may appear to be an elementary mistake, it is actually a quite common one. At one of these seminars which I have hosted, I met a young man by the name of Erik Erikson, a man currently enrolled in the Bachelor's of Arts program for English at the University of Hawaii. I reached out to Erik for an interview concerning his issues in skipping step 2 of this process. However, Erik repeatedly assured me that he was simply too busy researching and thinking about writing his first great novel. In the words of his professors to whom I spoke, Erik Erikson could very well be the next James Joyce, or perhaps, as one put it, even the next Shakespeare. After continually asking him, we finally secured a phone interview with Mr. Erikson. Let's listen in.
I've got this big project that I'm working on, right? I've been working on it for the past 5 years. Written, maybe 50 pages or so, but I got so much research under my belt. And I just, every time that I sit down, after that first, 2 or 3 days of working on it, I have such bad writer's block. I've had this writer's block for years now. So I just keep getting in this cycle. I just keep researching and thinking about outlining. Anyway, I'm really busy doing this research and thinking about writing. So unless you want to hear about my book specifically, I think I'm gonna actually have to go.
As you can see, Mr. Erikson's primary mistake is that he has skipped step 2, thinking that going from step 1, not telling people about his project, to step 3, telling people about his project, will acquire him the same amount of respect and clout as it would if he had not skipped step 2. Don't make the same mistake that Mr. Erikson did. It's an easy step to miss, but it is imperative in this process that you not skip a single step. Follow these 3 simple steps and you'll be on your way to success. Whether you're trying to smash the New York Times bestseller list, or simply become popular enough off of your writing to smash some puss, this 3-step process should work for everyone. We can't guarantee that you will be a good writer, but we can guarantee that quite literally overnight, it will turn you into a writer.